After spending a week in Sydney, I left and I came to a new city called Newcastle, which is 3 hours away from Sydney by train. And the reason I came here is actually because there was a job opportunity here with one employment agency. They were looking for construction workers, and I thought maybe it might be a good opportunity, so that's why I wanted to come here. Right now I'm in their accommodation. Actually, they provide for $300 per week, so that would be $1,200 per month. And this is the house. They have a kitchen here and also some like living room and some 2 rooms. There are bunk beds, actually 2 bunk beds, 4-bed shared room. And they also provide transportation for another $50 per week per person. They have rental cars available. So yeah, I guess I'm going to stay here for a bit and see how the job is. If I like it, I'm gonna stay and make some money. If not, I'll move on, maybe go somewhere else or go back to Sydney. I don't know. We will see. But that's the situation right now. So this is the house I'm staying at. So this is the house where I'm staying. And now I'm going to go to the kind of the center of the town to get a few things because I need to buy some work clothes. And this place is called actually Maitland. It's rural area, kind of like 30-minute ride from Newcastle. So there's a tracking field nearby, which is good. I can use that space to exercise. So this area is also known as Hunter Valley, and here it looks like a small town pretty much. I don't think there's much going on here. I just came to the riverside and I saw this like 2 butterflies. They're mating right now. They're in action. They just cut my way. So this is the riverside. I think kids are fishing. So there's an information board here about the area. So this river is called actually Hunter River, and in like not long ago, maybe 200 years ago, there used to be a rainforest here, but after the European settlements they kind of destroyed the forest, and there's some wildlife as well. So this is the main street of the town. There's some shops on both sides, and there's Aldi here. Aldi, I think, is the cheapest grocery store usually for most items. Second day in Maitland. I was given a job today, so I worked 8 hours from 7 a.m. in the morning till 3:30, and I got home like a few hours ago. So the job was actually cleaning, kind of cleaning up the mess in the construction site. There were two houses in one construction site, and I was just cleaning up the floors. So I mean, it was a tough job, but it is what it is for now. I'm just trying it out. Yeah, so the sun is about to set, and this is the view, and this is how the neighborhood looks. So I'm on the balcony right now, and there's a train actually that passes on that side, a rural, like regional train. Yeah, so I have another job tomorrow, but the job sites are usually not that close. Like, that's one thing I don't like, because you have to take the car, and I drove the car for the first time. They have this like Toyota RAV4, and I mean, the fuel is not cheap, and the fuel is on you, and you also pay for the car itself like $50 per week for renting. So to me it doesn't feel like a good deal, but I guess I'll just try it out for a week and see, you know. If I don't like it, probably I'll just move on. So third day in Newcastle. I'm in my second job right now. I'm working on a work site again here under construction, doing like cleaning up and also organizing some of the construction material inside. And right now I'm having lunch, some oatmeal and lukewarm coffee. Yeah, so it's been 4 hours actually. I started at 7 a.m. in the morning, and I don't know how long more I'm gonna work, but I'm waiting for the supervisor, so I'm gonna talk to him, ask him what needs to be done, and then we'll see. So this is the car that the agency gave me. It's a Toyota RAV4. I don't know, like it has more than 340,000 kilometers. I'm actually at a place called Spears Point, very close to the ocean right now. I draw at least, I think, more than half an hour, like 40 minutes almost from where I stay, which is something I don't like, to be honest, because it's too far and I don't want to commute. And on top of that, like, you're paying for the fuel and also the car, the rental, so it just doesn't make sense, to be honest. So I'm in Newcastle today. It's Saturday and I wanted to come and explore the city a little bit. I took the train in the morning, like a 40-minute ride from where I stay, Maitland, and now I'm gonna explore the city a bit. I'm gonna walk all the way across to the peninsula, and I think there's a nice beach down there. So along the waterfront there's a nice trail. People are very active, they're just running, cycling. I mean, it's 9 a.m. in the morning right now, so some people are fishing here, and also they have barbecue areas. And these noisy birds are again everywhere. And the weather is really nice. Like, I think it's around 24-25 degrees right now, and probably it's gonna get even hotter later on. So the lighthouse is right there, so that's where I'm going, and this trail I think goes all the way down there. This is the Newbies beach. It starts here and then goes all the way up to the lighthouse. So the Newcastle port is actually the largest port on the east coast of Australia. I didn't know about that. And this beach is actually an artificial beach. Another information from the board. So it says, like, during the Second World War, actually the Japanese submarine attacked actually Newcastle. They opened fire on the city in 1942. So that's why they built some kind of fort here. Actually, it's on the other side. I think it's right there on top of the hill. Interesting. So I arrived in the lighthouse. There's not much going on, to be honest, here. And actually the trail ends there. Maybe I can go there, but maybe not from here. I have to go down again. So this is the view from the hill. Newbies beach. It's getting cloudy now. I checked the weather forecast. It says there's no rain, but I'm not sure. the way it looks, I think we're gonna have a shower maybe. It's drizzling now. I knew it. Anyways, at least I'm close to the building there. I'm gonna take shelter there. So the rain has stopped and now I'm just gonna walk along the coast and go to the other side. Some people are surfing on this side, and there's a swimming pool. So this is how it looks inside. So it's a public pool, and I guess you don't have to pay. You can just come in and then start swimming. It's pretty nice. So there's a small pocket of island here with lots of birds, with this like black bird with orange beak. First time I'm seeing this bird. And yeah, you're just right by the ocean and you have a nice swimming pool and it's free. Oh, and there's another beach actually that way, and there's a little lagoon here. Yeah, so I'm gonna walk all the way along the beach and then I'll continue from there. There's a nice trail again along the coast, and there's this war memorial, so I'll just go there. The beach is quite wavy here. There's a nice skater park and also with mountain bikes. Kids are enjoying. So this beach is called actually Newcastle Beach. Nice, there's another public swimming pool down there. I'm at the edge of the cliff. There's an abandoned building here, kind of like a little bunker. Some graffiti on the walls. What is this place? It looks so creepy. So it looks like these are old surveillance huts that were built back in 1930s by the Australian government. So I came to the entrance of Memorial Walk, another scenic route that takes you along the coast and you have nice views. And this is how the city looks like from here. So let's get started. This is the memorial of people who fought for Australia in the First World War. I think the names of the people who died, they carved them here in the iron structures. Yeah, such a nice view. There's another beach down there. view is so beautiful from here along the coast. And I just there was an information board there about the First World War, how Australia got involved in the war, and like they sent many soldiers, actually like more than 400,000 people were enlisted at the time, and 60,000 of them were killed in the war, and also like more than 150,000 of them were either wounded or captured as prisoners. And there was also information about one of the main battles, which was in Turkey at the time, near Gelibolu. They call it Gallipoli. We call it Gelibolu. And I was there a couple of years ago, and they tried to capture the straits in the to capture Istanbul at the time, but they faced the fierce defensive efforts by the Turkish army, so they couldn't, and they lost many people there. And yeah, a little bit of history. So now I'm going down. So how are my glasses, by the way? So I recently got them. Yeah, I think they look pretty cool, right? Holy shit, I just saw this. I think it's a lizard. I thought it was a snake. I don't know if it can be seen. Holy fuck. I mean, I just saw the head and I thought it was a snake. That was a scary encounter. But I mean, it's just a lizard. There's a nice lookout here. You can see the whole beach. The surf is over there waiting for the perfect wave to hop on the wave and then enjoy. Yeah, two of them going. I think you gotta be very patient if you're surfing, because you wait for the wave and wow, look at this guy. Wow, that's pretty good. And your ride lasts only, I don't know, sometimes a few seconds, sometimes, I don't know, like doesn't last for too long. Most people are swimming on that side because there are like fewer waves, because this main area is too wavy. I think it would be nice to live in those houses here. I mean, the ocean is right at your doorstep, and the guy behind me just, I think he's living in one of those houses and he's gonna surf now. Such a nice place to live, I guess. So the trail still continues for another maybe kilometer or two. Here's another public swimming pool, Mere Weather. Yeah, ocean baths. Similar to the one near the Newcastle beach. I'm leaving the trail now, going back to the city center. Look at these mushrooms, like, wow. They look edible, but probably they're not. So here, the houses and streets remind me of Canada pretty much, like mostly like single houses, and they have a driveway and a garage, and wide streets. So it doesn't look much different actually from Canada. Maybe except for the driving on the left side of the road, which kind of throws you off sometimes. And even when I drove like for the first time, like I was just trying to get used to, and it was early in the morning, a bit dark. So, but I mean, I got used to it. So the gas price is $2.38 almost. Like, it's so expensive, the gas, or they call it here petrol. Like, because of the war in Iran, like, I think it's gonna even go up more, and it kind of sucks. So I remember back in 2020, right after COVID, the price of gas was almost like 69 cents in Ontario, Canada, and now over there right now it's 1.6, like more than 2.5 times more, and here 2.40 almost. It's not good because it affects everything, like the price of food, transportation, and the energy prices, everything. So there's a farm market here, Harris Farm Market. I'll go check it out. This is the entrance of the market. Let's go check out inside. Let's check out the prices. Like strawberries are $5. Blueberries almost $7, and orange $6 a kilo. So lettuce is like, wow, almost $4.50. And let's check. The green peppers are like $7. And cucumbers $5 a kilo. Carrots $4 a kilo. I mean, prices don't look much different from the other grocery stores, to be honest. Maybe I'll just get some veggies here. So tomatoes almost $8 a kilo. Like even onion like $5 a kilo. That's crazy. It's too expensive. And like potato is like $6 a kilo. There are some ready-made meals. They're going for like $11 or $12 usually. A couple vegetarian dishes. Couscous salad $9, and lentil salad, wow, $12. It's quite big actually, almost a kilo. So they have some tofu here. Even tofu is expensive here, like $5.79. Usually like another store $3 for the same amount. And they have some minced meat as well, like plant-based, $10. The prices seem a little high here, so maybe it's so expensive. Look at the jalapeno pepper is like $30 a kilo, and like these ones $25. That's really expensive. Like, wow. I just left the market. Wow, the prices were really high, especially for some items. Like, I don't know, I mean, Australia is an expensive country, and fresh veggies, fruits are not that cheap. But I thought this is a farmer's market or something like that. Maybe it might be cheaper, because there was one farmer's market in Sydney and the prices were much more affordable than the grocery stores for fruits and veggies. But here it was even more expensive than the common like grocery stores. Interesting. Anyways, I'm just going back to the train station now, and I'll go back to my small town, Maitland. So I got back to my small town, Maitland, and I'm just going for a walk, nice stroll around the neighborhood. And there's this park here with some trails. Looks pretty empty though. Lots of green space. And it's 6 p.m. on a Saturday, and literally there's nobody except me. It's a pretty dead town, you know, like not much going on. So I guess that's how life is in rural Australia, or at least a small town life, you know. So I wanted to see that actually. I wanted to see how life it is in these kind of towns, I wanted to get a taste of it, so that's why I decided to leave Sydney and come here. But also it's not too far from Sydney, so I thought maybe, you know, if I don't like it, I could move back to Sydney. And depending on the work situation and accommodation as well. So let's talk a little about my job situation and how everything is going. So it's been 2 days. I worked only 2 days, like construction worker, laborer. So pretty tough job, like very physical, and but it pays okay, I think. We will see. Actually, I haven't received any payment yet, but so the hourly wage, I think it's around $35 an hour. And yeah, but the problem is here we're paying too much for accommodation and rent, especially like 300 per week is too much for this small town. And also we're paying for the car as well, $50 per week for rental, and on top of that the fuel, because it's on you. Like you're going to work sites with a car, and sometimes it's like 40 minutes away or like really far away, and you have to pay for that, which kind of sucks. But actually for me this experience is good. It's a good experience actually. I mean, in terms of getting to know the life in rural Australia, or at least a small town life, like how life it is in a small town, and like how it's like. So I just wanted to see that. Actually, that was my main purpose. And the second purpose was, of course, finding a job and also making a little bit of money. But I don't think this arrangement works out for me. I mean, the employment agency, I mean, they're asking for too much. Like, it's not worth for what you pay in terms of accommodation. So it's not an ideal case, but I think these kind of jobs probably are for people who are desperate, and also like they find this as a last resort, you know, to get some money and like work and make a little bit of money and survive. But for me, I'm just more like exploring yet, and I'm still pretty new, so I feel like maybe I'll stay here for another week, and then I will move back to Sydney, because Sydney has more opportunities, and it's a beautiful city. I mean, if this place was maybe like a for visa extension, and also maybe a little bit of lower rent and no transportation fee or anything, I think it probably would have worked out for me for now. But but the current situation, I don't think it's a good deal, good arrangement, and it's a bit exploitative actually. And I think the employment agencies here, maybe they're trying to take advantage of working holiday visa makers, especially because they don't know the rules yet, and they're not familiar with the job market, and they don't have connections, and they tend to be more kind of docile and not complain. Or so I don't know, to me it feels like it's a bit predatory actually, the way how things are set up. Because I asked some of the Aussies at the work site that I was working in about the rental situation in Newcastle and even in Maitland. I mean, you would pay at max probably $250 per week for a private room for yourself. But here in this house, you're sharing the house with 3 other people, like, and also there's 1 bathroom. I imagine if you have a full house, 8 people living in the same house, how is that situation gonna work out, you know? Everybody early in the morning, they have to leave and they have to use the bathroom. So you're gonna have to wait like half an hour to use the bathroom. And also every day you're traveling from the Maitland to your work site, and imagine you're maybe spending, I don't know, maybe half an hour commute at least. and the gas prices are like really, I mean, expensive. It's here, it's $2.40, and it's gonna even go up. Probably it's gonna be 3 or 3.5. We don't know how the war is gonna turn out, because but the price of oil is increasing, and that's another concern. So given all these facts, I think I'm gonna leave this place next week, or not, like I'll stay maybe 1 more week at work, and then after that, next weekend probably I will leave this place and then go back to Sydney, and I'll try my chance there. Maybe I don't know, I might work in construction, or maybe I will get an RSA to be able to work in bars and restaurants, or I don't know, maybe I'll find a job in a warehouse. We will see. Yeah, so that's the current situation.